thought Africa would fall in days, but one country shocked the entire world. In 1896, a European army marched forward with confidence, expecting an easy victory. But what happened next would change history forever. This is the story of the Battle of Adwa, a moment when everything the world believed was challenged. At the end of the 19th century, Europe was expanding rapidly across Africa. Powerful nations were competing for land, resources, and control. This period became known as the Scramble for Africa. One by one, territories were taken, resistance was crushed, and many believed it was only a matter of time before the entire continent was under European rule. But Ethiopia was different. It was an ancient empire with a deep history, strong leadership, and a population that refused to be controlled. While other nations were falling, Ethiopia stood firm, and at the center of this resistance was Menelik II. Menelik II was not just a ruler, he was a strategist. He knew that Ethiopia could not survive isolation, so he strengthened relationships, modernized his army, and prepared for a conflict he knew would come. At his side was a powerful and intelligent leader, Empress Taytu. She was not just a queen in title. She was deeply involved in strategy and national defense. She strongly opposed any agreement that could weaken Ethiopia's sovereignty. The conflict between Ethiopia and Italy began with a treaty, one that would later become a major source of tension. Italy believed the treaty gave them authority over Ethiopia, but Ethiopia rejected that interpretation. This disagreement turned into a growing conflict, and eventually, into war. Italy saw Ethiopia as an opportunity. They believed Ethiopia would fall quickly. Their confidence grew as they prepared their invasion. But there was one problem. They underestimated their opponent. Italy's army moved forward with plans that looked strong on paper, but in reality, they were flawed. Communication was poor, coordination was weak, and the terrain was something they did not fully understand. Meanwhile, Ethiopia was preparing. Across the country, fighters gathered, men from different backgrounds, united with one purpose. To defend their land. Thousands became tens of thousands, and soon, over 100,000 fighters stood ready. This was not just an army, this was a nation united. They knew the land, the mountains, and the paths. And most importantly, they were fighting for something greater than victory. They were fighting for independence. As the Italian forces advanced, they believed they were in control. But slowly, they were moving into a dangerous position, a trap. The Ethiopian forces, under Menelik II and Empress Taytu, positioned themselves carefully. They used the terrain to their advantage. And then, the moment arrived. On March 1, 1896, the battle began. At first, everything seemed normal, but very quickly, the situation changed. The Italian army began to lose coordination. Units became separated, communication broke down, confusion spread, and then, from multiple directions, Ethiopian forces advanced. They were organized, they were prepared, and they were overwhelming. Italy was surrounded. From the mountains, from the sides, pressure increased. The battlefield became a place of panic. Italy was losing, decisively. Within hours, the battle was no longer a contest. It was a collapse. And by the end of the day, everything had changed. Italy was defeated, completely. The victory was not just military, it was symbolic. It sent a message across the world, a message that could not be ignored. Ethiopia had done what many believed was impossible. News of the battle spread quickly. Across Europe, the reaction was shock. But in Ethiopia, the meaning was clear. This was proof of strength, unity, and determination. It showed that resistance was possible, that independence could be defended. The Battle of Adwa became a symbol of hope and resistance, a symbol that changed the way the world saw Africa. And even today, the story remains powerful. It reminds us that unity can overcome strength. This is a reminder of what happens when people stand together for their land, their identity, and their future. Subscribe, like, and share this video. Explore more history on this channel, including the story of Lalibela. The victory at the Battle of Adwa did not end on the battlefield. It echoed across continents. In Europe, the defeat was not just unexpected, it was deeply embarrassing. A modern European army had been defeated by an African nation that many had underestimated. Newspapers spread the news quickly, and the reaction was immediate. Shock, confusion, and for some, disbelief. Italy, in particular, faced internal pressure. The loss affected its reputation and created political tension at home. Leaders were questioned, decisions were criticized, and the idea of easy expansion into Africa was suddenly challenged. But beyond Europe, something even more powerful was happening. Across Africa and the wider world, the victory inspired hope. For many, this was the first time they had seen a colonizing power defeated so clearly. It showed that resistance was possible, that unity and strategy could overcome even the most confident armies. Ethiopia became a symbol, not just of victory, but of independence. At the center of this moment was Menelik II, whose leadership had brought the country together at a critical time. His ability to unite different regions, organize forces, and prepare for war had made the difference. And alongside him, Empress Taytu continued to be recognized for her role in shaping the outcome. Her influence, her decisions, and her determination were part of what made this victory possible. But this story is not only about leaders, it is about the people, thousands of individuals who came together with a shared purpose. Farmers, warriors, citizens, all united by the idea that their land, their identity, and their future were worth defending. They were not fighting for expansion, they were fighting for survival, and that made all the difference. After the battle, Ethiopia remained independent at a time when much of Africa was under foreign control. This independence allowed the country to continue developing its own path, its own identity, and its own place in the world. The impact of Adwa did not fade with time. It became a reference point in history, a moment that scholars, leaders, and generations would look back on and study. A moment that proved that outcomes are not always determined by power alone, but by preparation, unity, and belief. And even today, more than a century later, the story still matters, because it speaks to something deeper. It speaks to resilience, to courage, to the idea that even when the odds seem impossible, history can take a different path. But the story of Ethiopia does not end here. Beyond Adwa, there are other stories. Stories of culture, faith, and incredible human achievement. One of those stories is found in a place unlike any other. A place carved into stone. A place that continues to amaze the world. Lalibela. In the highlands of Ethiopia, there exists a series of churches unlike anything else on earth. Built not by assembling stone, but by removing it. Carved directly into the ground, these structures represent a level of vision and dedication. The story of Lalibela is different from Adwa, but connected in one important way. It reflects the strength, creativity, and identity of a civilization that has endured through time. While Adwa shows resistance and victory, Lalibela shows faith and creation. Together, they tell a larger story. A story of a nation that has faced challenges, achieved greatness, and maintained its identity across centuries. And this is why these stories matter, because they are not just events, they are part of something bigger, a history that continues to shape the present. So as you reflect on the Battle of Adwa, and everything it represents, remember this: history is not just about what happened, it is about what it means, and sometimes, it is about what it inspires. If you want to continue exploring these powerful stories, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. And check out the next video on this channel, where we explore the incredible story of Lalibela. Because the story doesn't end here, it continues. The story of the Battle of Adwa is not just about what happened in one day. It is about what that day meant for the future. Because victories like this do not disappear with time. They grow, they become symbols, they become lessons, and they become part of identity. For Ethiopia, Adwa was more than a military success. It was a defining moment, a moment that proved independence could be defended, a moment that showed unity could overcome division, and a moment that changed how the world saw Africa. At a time when many believed colonization was unstoppable, this battle proved that belief wrong. And that is why, even today, Adwa is remembered, not just in Ethiopia, but across the world. It reminds people that history is not always written by the most powerful, but by those who were prepared, united, and determined. The leadership of Menelik II played a critical role in this moment. His ability to bring people together, to prepare strategically, and to act decisively made the difference. And alongside him, Empress Taytu showed that leadership is not limited by expectation. Her role in shaping decisions remains a powerful part of this story. Her role in influencing strategy and standing firm in the face of pressure remains a powerful part of this story. But again, this story belongs to more than leaders. It belongs to the people, to the thousands who stood together, to those who believed in something greater than themselves, to those who refused to accept defeat before the battle even began. And that is what makes this story powerful, because it is not just history. It is a message A message that unity matters, that preparation matters, that belief matters, and that sometimes everything can change in a single day. As you think about this story, think about what it represents, think about the courage it took, think about the decisions that shaped the outcome, and think about how different history could have been if things had gone another way. But they didn't, because in that moment, Ethiopia stood strong, and the world took notice. And even now, more than a century later, that moment still speaks. It speaks through history, it speaks through culture, and it speaks through stories like this. And this is why we tell these stories. Not just to remember the past, but to understand it, to learn from it, and to carry it forward. Because history is not just something behind us, it is something that continues to shape us. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. There are more powerful stories waiting for you on this channel. Tap the next video and continue the journey. Watch my previous videos on Adwa and Lalibela to understand the full story.